What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's January 27th, getting close to the next month. But yeah, we're here to talk a little SuperDraft Pro for the night. I know we got SuperDraft games too, but we want to get SuperDraft Pro players, our subscribers, in playing. But yeah, I'm JC Money. This is my man, Coach Craig.
Yep. We got a heat wave today.
Yeah, shitty.
It's a whole 18 degrees.
Oh, I mean, yeah, here, yeah, it warmed up a little bit, but it felt still damn cold because of the wind.
It's still cold, but 18. I'll take 18 over negative 18. So
yeah, but tonight it's supposed to get in the negatives again. So whoopee.
y'all getting snow?
A little bit, nothing like crazy.
Started to hear it, then just died off, but
just enough to irritate you. Oh man, so like I was telling you before we came on the show, man. I mean, I didn't do super hot. I think it's just because my lineups where I had them at. I mean, in the nickel lineups, right? In the nickel lineups, there's what 6,000 I think people that are playing, right? Well, if I would have had that lineup that I had in that nickel lineup, in the $15 lineup I would have made $300 last night. Oh, instead I made $3 and something cents. So I mean, it happens. Yeah. It's just you got to put players. I mean, I think I'm playing too many lineups, too many different lineups. I think that's the problem. I just got to play like 3 and just be solid with 3 and just play a bunch of games, but those 3 lineups.
I always do like 1 to 3. So the line that I had last night, it min cashed, even though Giannis kind of sucked and Jimmy Butler lost like 6 minutes at the end of the game because of blowout. So if it didn't have that, it would have done pretty well.
And what's up, David? Welcome in. And from now on, the new thing I'm going to do is like if whoever's in here first, you're going to get the whole intro. So I'm going to throw your comment up there and you're going to get the whole intro for people to see your comment. So that's going to be it. Just don't get crazy with it. I'm generous here.
Don't put weird things in the comments.
Lucky 55 degrees, man. Lucky.
Where you at, David?
I thought David was more. Can't remember. I thought he was more on the East Coast.
I don't know.
If it's 55, it's probably somewhere nice. Like, well, shit. I think it's San Diego. It's got to be super fucking nice.
Well, San Diego's like always like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's funny because Huss sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, it's getting warm." He'll like put on a sweater. He's like, "It's getting cold." I was like, and I'm outside, working while he's on his podcast, and I'm like, "Screw you, man! It's like 1 degree here. I'm really cold."
It's 50 degrees there.
I was like, "Way to troll me while I'm working."
Yeah, but if you want to get into some studs and duds,
yeah, we can get into some studs and duds. I'll just throw this in here. We'll throw it up. Let me get this. I think I can get this a little bit bigger here too.
Looks like David said he got $15 last night, so that's not bad. Just depending on how much you put in. Yeah, so we were kind of ragging on LaMelo Ball yesterday. Then he had triple double.
Yeah, for sure.
So, 67.5 points, 1.1 multiplier, 74.25. Honestly, a lot of the Hornets did really well yesterday, but they scored like 150 points as a team. So he's in Central Texas. Yeah, that would explain why it's 55.
The same time zone, at least. That's good.
Yeah, and then Kelly Oubre, another Hornet, was amazing off the bench yesterday. And this is Kelly Oubre. This is what he does. Like he just comes out and he like scores a whole bunch of points like one day, and then he'll just disappear for 3 weeks. But if you're on it when he's on it, it's pretty nice. He almost had 60 points before the multiplier, 1.6 multiplier, 95.6 points after that multiplier. Franz Wagner, 44.25. He had quite a few assists yesterday. I believe 9 in total, 1.6 multiplier, ended up with 70.8. Stinking magic. I bet the under on Cole Anthony too. And this is the first time he of course he gets 19 points on a 16.5 point over under. And he hadn't done it in like 7 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they did. They definitely played a lot better yesterday.
Yeah, and then Kevin Love was up there again too. He ended up playing 27 minutes in that game too, so that definitely helped him out. 42.75, 1.65 multiplier, got over 70 points yesterday. And the Bucks looked terrible, literally terrible.
Yeah, they looked absolutely like garbage.
Yeah. So kind of going right over into the duds, we got Giannis at 38.25, hit the 1x multiplier. So, he's not that, like, it wasn't that good. And they got blown out and he just lost a couple minutes there too. So it helped even less. Still don't think he was actually injured, but we'll have to just monitor that going forward just in case. Jared Allen, he was okay. He had 31 points, 1.25. He had a double-double, but, only 38.75 for SuperDraft. Chris Middleton, kind of mediocre once again, 33.5, 1.25, ended up with just under 42. So not like a terrible day. Like if you had him, you probably weren't like super, super upset, but still not a good day, especially because I cherry picked from the early games though, just based on when I did this last night. Then Miles Bridges at 29. He was like the one Charlotte Hornet that didn't do very well. So he had a 1.25 multiplier, ended with 36.25. In terms of the dart throws, we had Amir Coffee on here once again, 38.5 points before the multiplier, 1.75 multiplier, 67.38. Don't think this is repeatable, but the Clippers team's so weird right now. Like it's all the random guys doing stuff.
I'm all about Monk tonight.
So here's the thing. One of these guys is going to pay off. It's going to be Monk, Carmelo Anthony, or Talen Horton-Tucker. Picking which one it's going to be is just a dart throw, honestly. Like it could be Monk, it could be Talen Horton-Tucker, or it could be Carmelo Anthony. I think Taylor Horton-Tucker is probably the most likely to start in place of LeBron James. I think Monk's still going to come off the bench. I still think Carmelo's going to come off the bench. Carmelo could start, but they really haven't started him in a while. So, one of those three guys is going to be good tonight, and that's probably what's going to be the difference on tonight's slate. So if you pick the right one, you're going to be doing pretty well. Maybe if you're playing three different lineups, you just put one of each and eat all the three different lineups, Let's see where we were at. So Chetty Osman, who I was just kind of like eyeballing, especially on DraftKings yesterday because his price tag was really low. He had 2x multiplier on SuperDraft. Then he comes out and plays like 30-plus minutes last night, which really what came out of nowhere, honestly. So he had 40.75 points, 2x multiplier, 81.5 points. I don't think anybody was really on him yesterday. Isaiah Jackson, the rookie for the Pacers, played some garbage time, 27.5 points, 2x multiplier, got to 55. And then James Johnson ended up in that starting lineup last night for the Nets, 39.5 points, 2x multiplier, so he got to 79 points. So not a lot of the guys we were really looking at. I think Coffee might have been on the initial list too, just as some of those Clippers, but it's really hard to predict which Clippers are going to do anything, especially right now. I think you're on mute.
My bad, dude. Dogs are barking. So I said, let's get into some of the stuff for tonight. It sounds like some things are happening. LeBron's out now. Tobias was a game time decision too, right?
Let's see. I'll refresh this real quick. So LeBron James did get ruled out. Anthony Davis is playing. Tobias Harris was downgraded to questionable. He's got an illness right now. So even if he plays, he might not be the best. But, it's just such a small slate. Like, typically this year I've been doing a rule just if guys are sick or they're playing with an illness, even if they do end up playing, I just don't play them at this point, just especially with everything going on this year. Then Seth Curry's obviously out once again for the 76ers. The Timberwolves, Patrick Beverley's doubtful tonight. Jalen Noel is probable. And then Golden State is Danny Green, Andre Iguodala, James Wiseman all out. So not like a super lot there, but I mean, if Tobias doesn't start, then I do assume Georges Niang's probably going to start in his place. I'm not sure what his multiplier is, though. Let me look real quick. Because he might actually be in play. Like, probably makes Maxey look better, though. Because Maxey would be the second guy behind Embiid. Who was I looking for? Georges Niang. He is a 2x multiplier. So if he starts, he's definitely somebody you can throw out there. Doesn't mean he's going to pay off, but if he's out there and he plays 30 minutes, he can get 25 points and get you to 50. And on tonight's slate, the way things are going, that might just be all you need. I was going to look and see how much Horton-Tucker is, too, on his multiplier, because I don't have him in my initial notes. So Taylor Horton-Tucker is a 1.8. Malik Monk's 1.7. I think Carmelo Anthony's 1.75.
Let's see. 1.75. I got it up right here. Yeah, Horton-Tucker's a 1.8.
Yeah. Monk's a 1.7 and Carmelo Anthony's 1.75. Nigel said awkward silence. I think that's when you were on mute.
Oh. What up,
I'm like,
Nigel? What's up,
were you gonna
buddy?
say something? And then you started talking. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we can get into like the guards in play for tonight.
Well, I mean, besides some of the obviously
Yeah.
guys that are
Do you
out
have a
now.
graphic? Yep. Okay.
What?
So obviously you got Steph Curry at 1.05. There's not many options tonight at guard anyway. So, it's Steph Curry. If he has a big game, you're going to want him. If he doesn't have a big game, you're probably just going to be with everybody else. Anthony Edwards at 1.25. Obviously he had the big game the last time out, but he took 27 shots. You can play him. I'm not going like out of my way to play him. D'Angelo Russell and his little revenge game. If you're into that type of narrative, then he's there at 1.3. No Patrick Beverly, or at least there should be no Patrick Beverly once again tonight. Tyrese Maxey at 1.55 looks even better now without, if Tobias Harris doesn't play, let's just put it that way. Maxey looks better because he's going to be the second scorer on this team. And maybe even Korkmaz gets a little bit of a boost then in that case too, because Thibault's not going to score the ball a lot. Georges Niang's like he's not really a great scorer or anything. He's probably worse than Korkmaz. So, but you got Malik Monk there at 1.7. You got Korkmaz at 1.8. You can look at both of them. Kind of his dart throws tonight, but they're not terrible. Especially with like nobody to play this tonight. Like there's not that many options tonight, anyways.
Yeah, it's be crazy. And then hold on, let's see here. There's no champion tonight. So tomorrow's night's competition. So tomorrow's night I just saw it. They just pulled up. So tomorrow's night's is a champion.
Do you know which teams?
Let me look.
And what time does that game start to?
I'm looking right now. I'm pulling it up. As I make my way. All right, let's look at this. So it's 6:30.
I guess
it's the what the hell?
What?
So they put LA in two of these fucking things. Come on, the Lakers and it's the Lakers and the Charlotte game.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
I guess when we're talking about guards in play though too, we probably should mention Russell Westbrook now that LeBron's out. He's a 1.15. You can definitely play him tonight now that there is no LeBron. So could do worse. I
mean, yeah, that is true.
It's kind of sucked this year, but you got less there. So forwards, obviously Brown's out, so we're not going to talk about him. Anthony Davis at 1.1. He looks like okay, but like he only played 26 minutes last time out. Probably capped at like 28 minutes tonight, unless they really need him. Then maybe he plays a little bit more, but it's kind of hard to tell at this point in time. I did like Tobias Harris quite a bit, but now he's dealing with that illness at 1.35. There's a chance he doesn't end up playing even. You can look at Andrew Wiggins and his little revenge game too at 1.45, but I don't even consider it a revenge game for him. I think it's more of a revenge game for Russell than it is for Wiggins.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Timberwolves didn't really do Wiggins wrong. It's kind of D'Angelo, like, Russell was playing decent with the Warriors, and they just traded him off. So, for Wiggins, this is just kind of like, it wasn't like a great fit with Steph Curry anyways, with him and Russell, but it is what it is at that point. And then we have Otto Porter, 1.65. We've seen him do decent when he's been starting this year. Vanderbilt, there should be no Patrick Beverly tonight. He's doubtful, so Vanderbilt looks better once again. Pretty simple there, so probably going to play some Vanderbilt. Kevon Looney there at 1.75, kind of your dart throw. Korkmaz is also the dart throw there at 1.8, who, obviously is guard eligible and forward eligible. And then, you could throw in Carmelo there at 1.75. Taylor Horton Tucker, I think, is only guard eligible on SuperDraft, so he'll be in the guards if you want to take a chance in there. And then, like, after that, it's just the centers, which there's really just two guys.
Yeah, so Carmelo's a 1.75, right?
Yeah, 1.75.
What about I like Looney. What about Looney? Like Looney tonight? I don't know.
He's 1.75. He's decent, but like he's gonna have to play more minutes just because Cat's playing, but against him. But yeah, he's a guy that
I kind of like the Carmelo play just for with LeBron out.
Yeah, So, like I said, Carmelo, Monk, and Taylor Horton Tucker. One of those three guys is going to hit tonight. Not sure which one's going to be though.
Why not 2?
It's probably not going to be 2. Just saying. Because if Anthony Davis wasn't playing, then yeah, there could be 2, but it's probably just going to be 1 because they still got Davis and Westbrook.
Monk is okay.
Monk would look better if he was starting again, but he hasn't been starting. Which I don't know why he didn't start because he was playing decent. And then they're just like, it's probably because he doesn't play defense at all.
Obviously, centers, you can play Embiid, you can play him at forward too if you want to.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only 2 guys you can choose from at center. So if you're playing Karl Anthony Towns, then yeah, you can move Embiid over to forward. Like that's not a problem. But it's just really those 2 guys because like the center for Golden State Warriors is Kevon Looney. He's only eligible at forward, and then the center for the Lakers is Anthony Davis essentially tonight, who is a forward. He's technically eligible at center too on SuperDraft, so you can throw him in there if you really wanted to. But
shit, might have to get Korkmaz in there.
Might
1.8 multiplier. I mean,
if Tobias doesn't play, he should have to take more shots at least. Like him and Maxey should take more shots tonight. I don't know.
He has had an opportunity where he has done well. He had one game that he did really fucking well against the Rockets. He played 36
He also had another game where he played 43 minutes and went 2 for 17 shooting. So,
yikes, dude, that's like my Stanley play in golf.
It's like me shooting basketball. I'm pretty sure I could go 2 for 17 in the NBA too, if you give me enough wide open shots.
Shit, we have all the time in the world. I mean, this game doesn't start for an hour, but let's see if we can get I mean, we don't even have to be on that long tonight, which is nice because there's really not much to choose from. So let me get my super draft up real quick.
See if we can build like 3 different contests, pretty much.
I mean, I did buy a couple dollar ones, so we can play with that.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's see here. Share. Hey, now, computer, work with me now.
Oh, shit. I hit the wrong thing. I hit the coin contest. I didn't want the coin contest. I want to edit my SuperDraft Pro contest.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I feel like they should have those coin contests under the free subscription contests.
They should have it like just put a line to separate it. And then like how the ones. So if it's like today and tomorrow's, like how they group the elites together and then the premiums and stuff, just put today's all in one group and the tomorrow's all in one group.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all mixed up. It's so weird.
Do we want to play? Can you play Anthony Davis tonight? He only played 24. Well, we'll call it 25 minutes last game out. I thought it was 26, but he probably only plays 28 tonight. He could pay off for it, but 1.1. Fuck it.
And if you guys want to get involved, you guys can most definitely get involved in us setting lineups. So I'm all for, putting my money where y'all's mouth is. So yeah, I mean, Davis, the eyebrow.
Yeah, but the only thing is he only played 25 minutes last game. It was like his first game back.
Let me go to upcoming.
Forward kind of sucks today now. Because the 2 best forward plays were LeBron and Tobias Harris. And if Tobias Harris doesn't play, then yeah. Hey, I got a new subscriber.
I got Vanderbilt. You got a new subscriber? Hell yeah.
Yeah, called Mr. Incredible.
Let's go.
I didn't know he was an NBA DFS fan.
Yeah, make sure you guys and right now I'll throw this out here. Make sure you guys get subscribed on YouTube, Coach Craig Sports. Make sure you get subscribed for sure, and on Twitter, on his Twitter. Make sure you guys are getting subscribed. Yep. And if you guys are over on Hustlers, make sure you guys get subscribed over on my YouTube as well. Just helps everybody out. We're all out here trying to do different things and branch out. So hit us up. We're always out here with info.
Yes, sir. Nigel said Korkmaz must start, I think. Well, If Tobias Harris is out, then he looks a lot better. I'm not gonna say must start, but he looks a lot better. Because you got this weird group. So like now that LeBron's not playing, you get the Taylor Horton Tucker, you get the Malik Monk, and you get the Carmelo Anthony group. And then if Tobias Harris doesn't play, then you have like this kind of weird group of Georges Niang, Furkman Korkmaz, and Maxey. But I think Maxey was already worth playing anyways.
Yeah, I got Maxey. I mean, this is kind of how I built my core. I mean, we can make some changes and shit like that. I got Vanderbilt in there.
Yeah. No, I think Vanderbilt's a good play now.
I think so too. I mean,
I think
even if he gets that 38, I mean, I'm good with that.
I think he'll be a popular play now, though.
He's gonna be. I agree.
Because like all the forwards died. like before it was like you just played Tobias Harris and you played LeBron, and then you just picked your last forward between like Jared Vanderbilt, Otto Porter, like a couple other guys. But now it's like you have to play like one of those guys as your second forward. I mean, I guess it probably makes it easier to play Joel Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns in the same lineup, though. I don't.
Oh yeah, I mean, we can do that here for sure.
Because I mean, you just play Embiid. Essentially, on tonight, you just have to hope you hit the right high multiplier guy.
Yeah, and
there's going to be like 2 or 3 that hit out of like 8.
Well, I mean, and you don't want to be the guy who picks somebody high like a Steph Curry that doesn't do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what hurts.
Or if Curry or Westbrook bust.
Yeah, that's what hurts. I mean, I'd rather be at this point. I think I'd rather take like Edwards over like one of them, just in case like he does like a.
Well, I think there's a bigger chance of Edwards busting than them guys, though.
And
I don't know.
Or do we go with the revenge, or do we go with the revenge game?
I got
you. The revenge narrative. So this is going to be a. Let's see here.
Yeah. So my 3 guards are Russell, Maxey, and Curry. I think you can definitely throw Westbrook in there if you want to. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think you can try Monk. You could try Taylor Horton. I don't really like Horton Tucker on SuperDraft as much, though. Like on DraftKings or FanDuel, he's fine because he's cheap. But like his multiplier only being like 1.8.
He has to hit.
Okay. Like he's had 40-point games, like when LeBron hasn't played before, but it's just I'm not betting on it from SuperDraft perspective. I'll take that chance on like FanDuel or DraftKings.
No, I like that.
Because he's $4,000 on FanDuel and $3,500 on DraftKings. He's $500 over the minimum price on both sites. But like if he was a 2x on here, then we might be a little bit more interested.
Yeah, I mean, see, this is what same thing. The only reason I think about
this is crap because he
traded.
The Timberwolves did not draft him. The Cleveland Cavaliers drafted him.
Yeah, and traded him for Kevin Love, right? For Kevin Love.
Yeah, but
in the draft, yeah.
But the Timberwolves did not do anything wrong to Andrew Wiggins. They gave him his full rookie contract. They gave him a contract extension, and then they traded him. Like he really doesn't have any reason to be pissed off, as compared to like D'Angelo Russell. Like he got traded from he was an all-star with Brooklyn. He got traded. Like if he's playing Brooklyn, that's definitely a revenge game, first of all. But then he got traded to Golden State. He played decent with Steph Curry there, and then they traded him to Minnesota. So like I think he definitely has more of a chip on his shoulder out of the 2 guys. I don't think it's like a big deal for either one though. But
I was thinking maybe we go with a double revenge game here.
I mean, you can do it, but I just don't like Wiggins as much with Klay Thompson. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
That's my thing.
Let me go to forwards here. So you don't want to play Wiggins with who?
I'm not like as big on Wiggins because like since Klay Thompson's been back, he's not been as good.
Let's play Carmelo here. Let's play Carmelo here. It's pretty risky, but he has shown though.
Okay, so that's nothing for today. I was just making sure that I got like 2 updates, and I'm like making sure it wasn't Tobias Harris. Like, because there's a chance he still plays, but he's sick. So, do you want to play the guy that's sick or not? That's the question.
It's like I don't know. I'm way higher on Monk. I think though that's the crazy thing.
I am not. What? Like if he starts, I'd be higher on him. But he's just streaky. He's just a streaky shooter. He's not the he's either gonna make your lineup do really well or make it do terrible.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's put Tobias here.
Who? Tobias is a forward.
You're right.
You can put like Westbrook up there.
Oh, they got Korkmaz as a shooting guard and a forward.
But he needs Harris to be out. Well, I mean, he doesn't need him to be out, but like for him to really pay off. I don't know.
All right, we'll put Russ's bummy ass up there.
He sucks, but LeBron's gone. So
yeah, Westbrook is he's just so much about himself. I mean, it's crazy.
So is LeBron. That's why they can't play together. Like that was a terrible idea. Like let's put these 2 guys that need the ball in their hands all the time on the same team. It's the same thing like Russell Westbrook and Harden when they play together. Like it was never going to work.
So I kept thinking about Klay Thompson too, but he's still. I mean, he's just going to keep getting that. Top out at maybe 26 minutes.
26 minutes max.
Yeah.
So if you need him to get 30 points in 26 minutes, essentially, which he can do, he's done it a couple times. I think he's done it twice in like his 10 games or whatever. But I don't think guard is the position to get like super risky on today. Forward is
just gross today.
Guard is fine. I think guard's still fine because you got Curry, you got Westbrook, you got Russell, you got Maxey. You can play Anthony Edwards if you really want to. You can play there's lots of options at guard, but forward is like no. Who over Harris? Well, we need to know if Harris plays.
If you have him in at forward, here's the thing. Put him in at forward, right? Put him in at forward, and then you can pivot if you want to. You can pivot, right?
Yeah. If he doesn't play, then you can just turn him into Korkmaz or something.
Yep. So put him in there at your forward, because then you can pivot to Korkmaz. So I think we're gonna do one of this lineup like this. So with Russell, and then Westbrook, and then Maxey at guard, and then Vanderbilt, Anthony, Embiid at forward, and then Karl Anthony Towns at center. I
wouldn't be surprised if this like Lakers 76ers game just ends up being like 90-86. Which in that case, if that happens, you probably want all the guys in the other game because that game's probably going to score a lot more points.
Don't worry, we're going to get to that.
Because the Timberwolves do not have defense at all. Not that any NBA team does, but
I'm all for stacking games.
Well, it's easier to stack on 2-game slate.
Yeah.
But it's like, who the hell do you stack?
Let's do this then.
I mean, I guess in theory,
keeping Embiid for sure.
And keeping Embiid, you can play Karl Anthony Towns still. Then if you want to stack like that Warriors game, you could put like Otto Porter in at forward and you do Russell or Edwards at guard.
Wiggins. Hell no.
Unless you're doing the double revenge thing.
That's what I was saying, double revenge narrative.
Here's the thing with Porter. He's only played like he didn't play a lot of minutes like some of these games because they keep blowing people out. So if the game's competitive, he does well. If he gets enough minutes, he does well. There's a couple games where he only played like 20 minutes and still did pretty good.
What?
I mean, even in 19 minutes, he got like 24 points. So,
all right.
And I hate Otto Porter. But on the slate like this, he doesn't look bad.
All right, here's the last time they played against the Timberwolves, though. 25 minutes. He put up 39 points.
Yeah, almost 40. You get
Yeah.
that in 25 minutes too. You get that, you'll be sitting pretty.
Yeah, I mean, let's look here. Let me look at
64 points.
I don't think Wiggins played against Minnesota.
See? I
I
think he
can't
did.
remember. I was looking at earlier. A couple guys. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did terrible.
He's just kind of mediocre. He's just been mediocre since Clay's been back.
Especially with the multiplier. Yeah.
If he was like a 1.65, he'd be a lot more interesting. But at 1.45, it's like you can't even play him. Like you can play him, it's just probably not going to end up well. Yeah. So now you either play, so you can play Klay Thompson, you can play Russell, or you can play Edwards.
I mean, Klay Thompson, man. Ugh.
I don't like playing Edwards and Towns together though. That's my thing. Because they both want to shoot the ball a shit ton.
Clay's really got to fucking step up. I don't think they played against. Let's see. I think I was looking at that earlier, and I don't think
Clay played that game.
Yeah.
And Edwards Wiggins still sucked in that game without Clay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see what Anthony Edwards did.
Yeah, my thing is I just don't like playing him and Towns together.
Yeah,
because they cap each other's upside so much. The games when Edwards does well, he's because he shoots the ball a ton. It's not because he plays well. It's just because he gets more shots.
My dog literally was barking at nothing.
I don't know. Yeah. So I'm on Russell for the most part, though.
I'm fine with that. How
do you do the last time against him?
That's what I was just gonna look at. I mean, they both did terrible. Let's see that.
I mean, he got 30, so essentially. I think they got blown out in that game, though, too. Right? They got blown out in that game. Yeah, they lost by 20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but 18, let's see. 20, he played 20.
I mean, they would have got 5 more minutes in that game at least. So Edwards still would have sucked, but like, say you give 5 extra minutes to Russell and he gets 5 more points, at least he's at like 34, 35. He's respectable, at least.
Yeah, he is. I mean, we'll rock this lineup too. Shout that lineup out.
So we got Steph Curry 1.05, D'Angelo Russell 1.3, Tyrese Maxey 1.55, Jared Vanderbilt 1.65, Joel Embiid 1, Otto Porter Jr. 1.65, and Karl Anthony Towns 1.1. We just need the freaking Tobias Harris news. That's like the only thing that matters right now. Because like there's nothing that's going to happen in the last game. Oh, you were talking about the pro picks liking Jalen Noel for whatever reason. He's a 2x multiplier. They only had him projected for 36 points after the multiplier, and he was in 2 of the pro pick lineups. Does not make sense to me, but okay. I mean, he projects for about like 20, 21 points for me, so he gets to 42. Probably not the guy that you want to play tonight.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
The guy he's only going to play like 20, 22 minutes. He's not like the best fantasy point per minute producer, so like unless he gets hot or he gets a bunch of steals, he's not going to be worth it. Like, I mean, Russell or Edwards could get hurt and then he might pay off, but like you can't really bank on that either.
Do you want to go Horton Tucker?
Yeah. I am not super into Horton Tucker on SuperDraft.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did talk about that.
I'll play him a little bit on FanDuel. I'll play him a little bit on DraftKings, but SuperDraft, I'm like, I mean, I'd rather play Monk in that case.
All right, let's get up. I don't know. You keep talking me out of him.
He looks better if he starts. I just want to know, like, if he starts, he's all right. Do they have a starting lineup yet? Just give me a name starting lineup. Nope.
That's all right. That one's late. I mean, it's at 6:30, so
that's the early one.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? Why is the starting lineup not in yet? Shit.
Yeah, because they don't come out probably for like 13 minutes.
What a bunch of jokers.
Maybe you play Looney in this one.
It was Looney.
As Looney, or you play George's Niang at 2x. You can't really look at what he's done though.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like he's been playing like 20 minutes ish. But if Tobias is out, then he plays probably 28 plus minutes and he looks all right. Because they ain't got nobody else. So you think David said, so you think Looney's a bad play? I think he's an average play on tonight's slate. He is the guy that projects for 25 points at 1.75. So he looks better on like FanDuel and DraftKings just because of the salary base. But he projects for about 43, 44 points on SuperDraft, which is not great. But if he has better games, like if he gets 30, he's fine. But the problem is if he gets 24, 25, how many minutes did he play last time? Only 24. But that was a game as a blowout too.
Against the Timberwolves right here, boom.
Yeah. But that game was a blowout too. So if that game was competitive, he probably plays 28, 29 minutes. Because Karl Anthony Towns
Looks like
probably
they're in
plays
a lot of.
4
I mean,
minutes.
yeah, here you go. 28 minutes. Here's one. You get 38 points out of him.
You need 30 out of him though. That's like the thing. 29, but we'll call it 28.
Yeah, I mean,
28. You need at least 28 out of him, but he projects for about 25. So if he does better than that, then obviously he's going to be an okay play. Yeah, he's definitely not a bad play. There's not very many bad plays on this slate. Wiggins is probably a bad play. I don't know who else is a bad play. Jordan Poole. Matisse, I don't think Matisse Thybulle is a good play at 1 point, even at 1.85, because he just plays a bunch of minutes and just plays defense. So he's only gonna get you like 18, 20 points at 1.85. That gets you to 39. Who else would be a bad play on this slate? A bunch of backup guys like Naz Reid, Stanley Johnson, people like that.
Gary Payton.
Yeah, he's not a good play. Pretty much anybody coming off the bench for Golden State is not a good play tonight.
So we're gonna do this one too. So I think we're just gonna leave
Tobias in this one.
Yeah, and then just switch it to Korkmaz.
Switch it to Korkmaz or Niang. I mean, like on a 2-game slate, I think if Harris doesn't play, we should have Niang in at least one lineup.
That's fine.
2x. Just because,
we'll do that with this lineup then, and I'll just have him in there.
Because, even earlier this year, we seen George's Niang have like 26 points, like for fantasy points. So that gets you to 52, which on tonight's slate is actually pretty good.
Carl. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave him out. I mean, last time they played, obviously we said it was a blowout and everything, but
he played pretty well for a blowout there.
Yeah, I mean, he only played 29 minutes, 30 minutes.
So if it wasn't a blowout, he probably plays 3 or 4 more minutes. Not as bad as some of the other guys.
At 1.1, he's getting close. I mean, he's probably at like what? So if he hits 50, he's at like 55, 50, 58 points.
Yeah, he's a good play for tonight's slate. I think I had him projected for like 46 for Karl Anthony Towns, which put him at 50.6 after the multiplier or something like that. No, 51.6 after the multiplier. 51, whatever. Same thing. Yeah, this is just not an exciting slate.
Yeah, I don't think tomorrow's is going to be either, at least for SuperDraft Pro. But I think how many games are tomorrow?
10 or 11.
Yeah, that'll be way more fun to play in.
Maybe. I remember that 11-game slate last week where it was just like, this sucks. Why is this the worst 11-game slate ever?
Probably just the game selection, like the games that were going
Well, it's
on.
just like all the no, there was no value. Like there's no value on an 11 game slate. It was weird. And then
Yeah, that's right. That's
and then
right.
we had and then last night there was like 9 games, I think, 9 or 10. So 10. No, it was 10. And there's a shit ton of value.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like last night's. I mean, like I said, fuck, if I would have had that, it's just not having the right lineup in the right game. You know what I'm saying? In the right
Yeah.
game that you're bought into. So I mean, just sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. And that was a lot of money on the table that I missed out on, which kind of really hurts. But
Yeah. Happens.
learned my lesson because I played way too many lineups. That's all right though.
I swapped out of the Gary Trent on DraftKings for Halliburton. That was a mistake.
Yeah,
I lost about $5 over that.
that sucks.
Just in
Yeah,
a
so I
single
mean,
entry.
I guess we'll see what happens. We'll ride this one out too, and then we'll switch this guy. I mean, I'll be willing to put in. Let's see here. Tobias goes out. Said Yang, right?
Yeah, in one of the lineups, I think you play Korkmaz in one, you play Niang in another one. I
Okay.
mean, Thibault might do a little bit more, but I don't think he's enough to pay off on SuperDraft at least. On DraftKings, he's fine because he's $3,600. On FanDuel, he's fine because he's $4,300. But like even at 1.85, he's got to get to like 30. Not even 30, but you know what I mean, 26. So he has to have like a 4-steal game or something like that because he doesn't score the ball. Like, he just doesn't score the ball. Like you had the 36-point game there, but what do you have? Let's see, 3 blocks and steal or something.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty, not used as much. I mean, even with, let's see, 33 minutes, he got 28. He's done all right, but nothing that's gonna make me excited.
Yeah, no, not for SuperDraft perspective. On like the other sites, he's fine just because he's gonna pay off at his value. Let's see. So second take extra said over under Melo points plus rebounds at 14.5. So I'd say over on that.
Make the call, David. Make the call.
I thought that was what's his name?
Bogard. Hey, call Bogard. Make the call to Bogard, and then he'll make the call.
I don't know why I want to say Gunthard. At first, I'm like, then he said Russ triple double eyeballs. He might have a quadruple double because he might get 10 turnovers too. Because that's what Russell Westbrook does. They don't give you extra points for that.
Don't get me excited though about players like this. They should do it like in what's that shit, cribbage, where like you can get, so it'd be like 14 for 2, 14 for 4. So you got triple double for 2, triple double for 4. You know what I'm saying? Because he got 2 different ones instead of having like quadruple double. I don't know.
So Curry over under 3.5 threes, probably over most nights. Yeah, and the Timberwolves suck at defense, so yeah, over. Why not?
Oh yeah, dude, this is like I was listening to a Prize Picks thing tonight, and it's like this is the lowest I think its threes have been in a long time. So for somebody,
it's usually at like 5.5.
Yeah, for okay, just think of it this way: the guy that's in the NBA, the guy in history for the most 3 points ever made, they have him at 3.5. I'm taking the over on that shit.
Is that what it's at on Prize Picks too? I usually don't bet over under for 3-pointers usually, like unless it's something that's obvious. Yeah, it's 3.5. Guess we're betting that.
Yeah, I'd be betting that shit all fucking day.
I can't hold on. Let me see if I can find my.
David said Bogard goes through me. He said number 8 goes through you. I don't know about that.
Let's see. A couple other Prize Pick ones I did like too. Otto Porter Jr. over 9.5 points. He's done in 4 out of 5 games. Joel Embiid over 11.5 rebounds. He's done it the last 4 times out. They play against the Lakers, who, they don't really have a real center. I guess Anthony Davis is back, but Kevon Looney over 8.5 rebounds. He's done in 4 of the last 5 games. Joel Embiid over 54.5 fantasy points. He's done in the last 4 games. I had Tobias Harris over 36 fantasy points, but now he's sick, so we're not going to try that one.
Yeah.
Actually, Tyrese Maxey now he's still at 29 fantasy points for the over-under on Prize Picks. That might be interesting. What's his points at, though? That might be more interesting. 16.5. I don't know which one's more interesting. Points plus rebounds plus assists. Tyrese Maxey is 25.5. That looks kind of good. God, they all look good. Why do they all look good? Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna bet this real quick. Throw $10 on it. Why not?
Go make that money.
It's the worst that happens. I lose
Well,
$10.
dude, this is gonna be terrible to fucking set up tonight or tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. So it's champion, co-champion, and we got six co-6. You know.
Is Gordon Hayward playing tomorrow? So you know what's going to happen here?
He says he's out. He says he's out.
Okay, good. So here's the thing: LeBron's not playing today. I'll guarantee you probably like $10 that Anthony Davis is not playing tomorrow. And LeBron will play tomorrow, and Anthony Davis will play. He's playing tonight, but he won't play tomorrow. I can almost guarantee that.
Miles has been kind of on the poopy.
So Miles Bridges, the thing about him is he's been scoring a lot of points, like real life points, but he hasn't been doing anything else lately. Like no rebounds, assists, anything. Like last night he had 1 assist and 4 rebounds and nothing else. Like Monk prayers. Yeah. If I'm playing Monk, I'd probably put some prayers up for him too. So
yeah, our boy here. I mean, you've been talking me out of him now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But,
you know, it's just 50-50. Either he's going to go out and he's going to play well, or he's not. Like if his shot's going down, he's probably going to play big minutes and he's going to pay off. If he's missing his shots, it's not going to look good.
Yeah, I think this one. I mean, we might have to wait on this one until we start getting some words on some players.
I'll do some projections and stuff with him in the morning, but because I'm going to assume that, and like I said, Anthony Davis is not playing. I can almost guarantee that tomorrow, and LeBron will play. So you got LeBron and Russell Westbrook, you got all the random guys, and then you got the Hornets, which, God, that's going to be a shitty slate. Depends what the multipliers are, though, honestly.
You going to get in on any cash games for, or like the GTV games for football? I got in the $15 one.
Maybe. Is Anthony Davis only center eligible on? God, why?
$6K to first place this weekend.
No, I'm just mad over here because Anthony Davis is only he's only center eligible, like on
SuperDraft.
No, on DraftKings.
Oh, that's lame.
Shit, I'm playing Carmelo. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude, fire up Carmelo. Yeah, I might have to do this one too. I gotta win some money. Last night that hurt. That really hurt. Missing out on that much money, it really hurts. Oh, you almost missed pulling Harden last night? Yeah, that's good thing you're listening, David.
Yep. God. I pulled him on DraftKings too, and I got to Ja Morant. Ja Morant had 64 points last night. And
yeah, he did well.
Like, well, that worked out all right, except for the fact that I pulled Gary Trent out in the process for Halliburton, and Trent had like 15 more points than Halliburton.
Well, let's get out of here. I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Yep.
Got lots of work to do.
Let me refresh this one more time. Just make sure we ain't got the starting lineup for the first game. Nope. So pay attention to the starting lineup for the first game. We'll should obviously have Tobias Harris news very, very shortly. You can go on NBA lineups on RotoWire. Just check in like 10 minutes. Or you can check on my video and I'll have it listed as soon as it's available.
Heck yeah. And if anybody that was in here missed any of our lineup, you can either go back and rewatch it. Make sure you guys smash the like button. It really helps the algorithm. I mean, not like it's really going to get out there. I mean, this doesn't help anybody that's going to rewatch it after the games start, but it still helps the channel.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the worst part about the content we do. It's only good for a short period of time.
something wrong
Especially
with that.
this.
I like live shit. I mean, yeah, there's been we have some things in talks too. So things are coming. You and I need to talk this weekend about setting up a league if we want to do that. So if
Yeah.
anybody's interested in getting into a half season fantasy football or fantasy basketball league on Sleeper, uh, hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter or hit up my man Craig here on Twitter because yeah, we want to get something going to get and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So hit up my man on Twitter, Coach Craig Sport on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, JC Man Design. So if you want in, hit one of us up. So we're gonna try to do a 12-team league. I think that would be enough, right?
Or even if we get to 10, 10's fine too.
Yeah. So we want to get anybody that's subscribed. We want to get y'all in. At least subscribe to everything that we got going on, and we want to hook up our community. So get signed up, and then if you're not on SuperDraft Pro, make sure you get on there, sdcoachjc.com. If you have any questions about that, we want everyone to get on the subscription games because you're going to have a lot of fun over there. I mean, I feel like Craig and I have won more money on doing the subscription games than we won on some of the cash games and guaranteed games or the GPP games,
And you get some fun tournaments too. I know they got a couple different ones they're going to be working on coming up too, especially as you get closer to like the Super Bowl.
I think they're doing. There's also some stuff in talks about once NCAA or once March Madness comes around, they're going to be giving away tickets for March Madness stuff. So you need to be getting involved in this. You need to be. You really want to get on the elite subscription, is because that's where the fun. I mean, that's where the big games are. Like that's where when they give tickets and stuff away. Like this last week, they gave Pro Bowl tickets away. So whoever won first, and I was in my girls' lineup, it finished in 3rd place. And your lineup was what, 7th place?
7th, yeah.
Yeah. If I would have started Kelsey over stupid Knox, I would have had 1st place. Like, son of a bitch. And like we'd be going to flying out to Vegas for. I mean, we had to pay for the flight out there, but I'd have a suite for 2 days at Caesar's Palace, and then we'd also have tickets to the Pro Bowl, and I'm pretty sure those are sweet tickets too.
Yeah. Oh, they're not starting lineups now. Ooh, so technically, it says Harris is starting.
Well, then shit.
Let me check my other source too, just real quick.
I might have to get Harris back in most of my lineups then.
But okay, so here's the thing: he's starting, but he's still playing sick, even if he is playing.
Also, he is ill.
Yeah, he's had an illness all day.
The dude is ill. So ill.
So the Lakers. Okay, so Monk is starting.
Oh.
So the Lakers starters is Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, Malik Monk, Stanley Johnson, and Anthony Davis. I mean, you can play Monk now. I don't have a problem with it. I didn't think he was going to start, though.
Now you got me thinking, brother. I mean, we start Tobias still. I mean, even if he's got ill, I mean, what does he put up 40 points?
I mean, he could come out and play like, but the thing is, if he's sick, like he could go out, play 14 minutes, and just be like, "Yeah, I can't do this."
That's true.
Like that happens a lot, especially if your name's Anthony Davis. He does that. He's done that like 3 times in the last year.
He's like, I quit.
Like, yeah, but 76ers are starting Maxey, Korkmaz, Thibault, Harris, and Embiid. So
yeah, this is frustrating. This slate is frustrating.
Yep.
Well, all right. Appreciate everyone being here. Like I said, make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and if you didn't catch where we're at, you can go back, look in this description. All our stuff is in there. I know I got your Twitter on there now. But yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll be back again tomorrow. Tonight, I think that so the circle got pushed back, I think, tonight, so a little bit. So make sure you're on the lookout for the circle tonight. It's a debate show, so If you ever want to jump on with us, it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
We get 30-second timers, and then I think we have some stuff about like I gotta do some little research here. I think obviously who's gonna win with each game and why and
Yep.
other stuff. But basically, you have to make it past the round. If you don't make it past the round, you're out.
David said, "Who over Harris?" Well, I mean, you can play Harris. It's like at the same time. So the thing is, if he's legitimately sick, he could go out and play and just be like, "Yeah, I'm too sick to play." So you can play him still. You can play. Jared Vanderbilt looks good still. Anthony Davis. Obviously, you can play a beat at forward and play Karl Anthony Towns at center too. So that's kind of like where it's at right now. You can look at Otto Porter if you really want to. Or, you can take a dart throw on somebody else, but yeah, it's not easy.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yep. I played him on DraftKings now. I might end up playing Monk. I might end up playing Monk there, but
I got Monk and Mark Carmelo in. That's really rugged.
You can do that too. Because especially if they need offense. Because if they need offense, Stanley Johnson ain't going to help you. Avery Bradley's not going to help you either.
And Cash in 321, hey, appreciate you being here. It's a new face we here. I haven't seen you here yet, but yeah, appreciate you being here. Make sure you at least get subscribed, get the notifications on because we do this every single night. So, and if you're on SuperDraft or if you're not on SuperDraft, make sure you get on there and make sure you get make sure you get on the subscription side because, like we said, there's some things on that side now. And then things are growing on that side where you can use some of your coins and stuff too to play in games. So there are things that are growing and things that are coming. So you want to be on that subscription side. So come holler at one of us if you're not, because yeah, things are growing really fast and they're going to get faster as it gets. Just imagine what this is going to be like once the NFL season starts again. No, it's going to be ridiculous. But let's get out of here. We're going to be back tomorrow. We'll talk some of the there's a bigger slate tomorrow too, so it's going to be way more to talk about. But let's get out of here. Let's get some rest, some food in us. Let's get some money in our pockets. And yeah, appreciate y'all. Peace out.